Schulenberg. Here he is. Back to dear Lord. If he hadn't lost that window, life would have been an awful lot drier inside. The cab opens the door to let the water out. A classic moment in Europa truck trialling. See, that's why you should always have rusty holes in the floor of your old cars to let the water drain out. It can come in anywhere, but if you get a couple of holes in the floor, it can always escape. So, classic stuff by Cor Schulenberg there, the Dutchman. And windows to be highly recommended, I think, on this particular run down the hill. In goes another Tatra 813. These are Germans Mike Kirisch, Oliver Kirsten, and Mike Feustel. 504, that's them. Through there safely. And they're the only group with 3 members of the crew. So that means they can get both doors open. Seems like they've all stayed on board because they actually want to take the ride down the hill. So there is the podium. Wim Kampschreuer winning, Schutz Biermann and Schulenberg and Frank. And British crews coming in just inside the top 6 positions. Well done, boys. Now these are for the plainly twisted of mind. Prototype category 1, class 6. These again are fairly small, track between 1.1 and 1.7 meters. If it's narrower, then it has to have more axles, of course, and they're just between 2.3 and 3.8 meters long. This is section 3, and the vehicle, well, it's a Werner UK 52. Yes, I know it's got a 3-pointed star on the front. Just take my word for it. And the crew, brothers Andreas and Jürgen Helgeth. And as you can see, with the huge articulation in the vehicle, any number of jumbly rocks, very little problem at all. Massive tyres inflated to, what, fully 3 or 4 psi. And articulation all over the place, no problems at all, except they squashed the exit gate. Minor miscalculation, and that was another classic televisual moments there. The look of oops, as the driver just put his finger to his mouth. Oh dear, didn't quite get through that. Section 5, and again raining here as they're working their way through. Number 606, Leo Wolf and Oliver Enders in their Unimog 406. And so don't want to go too fast with no mud protection. It's bad enough getting rained on without your wheels throwing up loads of mud to you. Time limit, of course. They're not wildly over generous, but there is normally time to pick and choose your way through the course. The organisers don't want otherwise successful trips through the pegs to be ruled out of bounds just for a second here or there. They make the courses as hard as they can, and they give you a reasonable amount of time to suck it and see. No, it's not a tractor, it's a truck. It's number 604, Karl Wawrik and Wolfgang Kunschik. They're Austrians in section 23. And this highly individual vehicle, displaying its rather high centre of gravity. Over they go. And this is called a Unimog, but whenever they write the name, they do put it in inverted commas, just to make sure that anybody at Unimog or Daimler-Benz truck division doesn't sue them for using a name when, quite plainly, very little of the original remains. The digger comes in to write them, and they will continue. The crew completely unharmed. You will have noticed, of course, that not only do they wear safety helmets, but of course they have massive rollover structures. When you're in a 16-ton Tatra and it goes upside down, don't think a roof panel's going to save you. So, we have the winners then. Andreas and Jürgen Helgeth from Lea Wolf and Otto Enders. And special prize presentation, the Mayor of Osnabrück, Burkhard Jasper, saying thank you very much indeed to the organisers and hoping to invite them back again for 1999. So after 2 rounds, Ronald and Rita Bormann, the reigning champions, leading their class. And those were the other category winners. So that's it from Osnabrück, round 2 of the 1998 Europa Truck Trial. I told you you'd enjoy it. Aren't you glad you sat down for half an hour and watched your way through it? We'll have more action from the series as it continues throughout the year on Eurosport. If you've enjoyed this, keep your eyes peeled, watch the ratings, the listings rather, in your local papers or your TV magazines, and join us next time out. Until then, I'm Martin Haven, wishing you an enjoyable day. Bye-bye. That's grade.de. Till next time, see you later.